Breaking news. The Bank of Canada just made a huge announcement, and it's going to affect buyers, sellers, and anyone with a mortgage. Today, the Bank of Canada decided to hold its key rate at 2.75%. This is the second time in a row we've seen no rate change. The last rate cut happened in March, where Bank of Canada lowered its key interest rate by 25 basis points. Why does this matter? Because Bank of Canada is walking on a tight rope right now. There is growing economic uncertainty with their trade war with the US. Just last week, Trump signed another executive order to raise tariffs on steel and aluminum by another 25%, bringing it to a total of 50%. And these tensions are raising fears of a broader economic slowdown and a potential recession. In today's video, I'll break things down in three key sections. In the first category, we'll talk about Bank of Canada's announcement and key factors that went beyond their decision making. In the second part, we'll talk about what this means for you as an Abbotsford homeowner and a buyer. And stick around till the very end because I'm going to give you my personal prediction of what this recent announcement means for your Abbey real estate market. Welcome to my channel. My name is Dhindsa and I'm an Abbotsford Realtor. My only ask, if you find today's video valuable, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button so we can keep bringing more valuable content like this to you. At this announcement, Bank of Canada Governor Tiff McCallum said they're watching closely what's happening between the US and in Canada related to the trade war, and they're going to be very cautious moving forward with any potential rate cuts. And he also mentioned that they're watching very closely how this impacts Canadian households and jobs. The next Bank of Canada announcement is on July 30th. The thing is, folks, we're already in a recession here in Canada, and we've been in a recession for the last 8 months. And if you look at key metrics like retail sales, and just consumer confidence in the economy, it's gone way down. In the next category, let's talk about what this means for you. As an Abbotsford homeowner, you might be watching today's rate announcement, but you might also be keeping an eye on the recent housing stats here in May that just came out the other day. So the key things to note from May's housing stats related to the Abbotsford detached condo and townhome market are the following. The Abbey detached sales were up by 50% month over month from May to April. The average days on market were 25, and months of inventory right now sits at 8 months. The East Abbotsford market also entered a seller's market at 25.3%. And detached sales in East Abbey were up by 14%. For the Abbey townhome market, it also entered a seller's market here in May at 22.8%. And sales for Abbey townhomes were up by close to 91%. Sales for the Abbey condo market were also up by 16%. So as a homeowner, this is what you need to keep in mind if you're looking to sell your home right now. The first thing is pricing is everything. If you list your home at market value, the percentage of buyers at the market value is at 60%. The second thing is the presentation of your home. How does it show? Right now, buyers love turnkey homes that show well, and buyers do not want to buy homes that are tenanted. This is what it means for you if you're a home buyer or a first-time home buyer. Right now, I would categorize buyers into two categories. The first category is active buyers. These are people that are pre-approved and they're looking to buy a home in the next 30 to 60 days. The second group of buyers are cautious buyers that are pre-approved, but they're waiting on the sidelines just to wait and see what's going to happen with this looming trade war. If you're an active buyer right now, this is a good opportunity where you can take advantage of the local market conditions that work in your favor for the Abbey detached market, townhome, and condo market. Not only that, but you have an opportunity to negotiate off the list price and put conditions on your offer to do your due diligence related to things like financing. If you are someone that's caught in the middle, just keep in mind, folks, just imagine if we do reach a potential trade agreement tomorrow with the US. What's going to happen is that's going to increase the consumer confidence in the Abbey real estate market, and things are going to start eating up again. Next, let's talk about my prediction of the Abbey real estate market. My personal prediction is that we need more time, not only with the economy, but with the Abbey real estate market. Over the last 2 years, I've noticed we've had a very reactive market where every time Bank of Canada either raises rates or they decide not to cut rates, it has a negative impact on consumer confidence. That means that consumers are just waiting just to see what's going to happen with the looming trade war. Just because I could be totally wrong, because we've had such a late start to our spring market, more and more sellers pushed putting their home on the market until either May or are putting their home on the market this June. But one thing to keep in mind usually is the summer market is usually slow related to real estate as home buyers and sellers are traveling and enjoying the holidays. So I think we'll have a busy fall. More importantly, we'll have to keep an eye on what's happening with our potential trade war with the US. I am hopeful that we'll get a trade agreement reached soon. When that happens, no one knows. Do you still have more questions about what's really happening in the East Abbotsford market? Then you need to click the video on the side because I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of the Canadian housing market and what's happening in the East Abbotsford detached and townhome market. If you found today's video valuable, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button so we can keep bringing more videos like this to you. My name is Dhindsa and we'll see you next week.